I remember playing baseball my entire life, young life, teenage life. And for me, when the pitcher threw a curveball, it was a challenge to hit. I struck out most of the time. And the reason being, because I wasn't patient. I didn't keep my hands back. And I didn't have patience enough to drive the ball because it was slower than a fastball. And that's life. Life throws curveballs at you all the time. It is always going to throw a curveball. But if you don't have any patience, you don't keep the hands back, you will never hit life out the park. You will always strike out, or always ground out, or always pop out. And that's what I wanted to talk to you today about, is having patience with life. And you will no longer say life is happening to me. You will start saying life is happening for me. And that's what I want for you. But it requires you to be present and patient and full of love with yourself. Why? Because you bring you into every relationship. You bring you into every situation. You bring you to work. You bring you with your family and your friends. And ultimately, you have to be real and raw and authentic with yourself before you can be that with anyone else. Now, I'm going to ruffle some feathers a little bit because I want you to get to the point where you're really knocking life out of the park all the time, consistently. And that's what I want for you. And it can be done. It's possible. But you have to know it's possible. That you can do this. It just requires you to be present and patient and full of love. Now ask yourself, do I spend majority of my time in my past? Or do I spend majority of my time in the future? Or do I spend majority of my time in the now, in the present moment? Just ask yourself that question. Majority of the population spends majority of their time in their past. And a certain amount of the population spends majority of their time in the future. Very little of the population spend time in the present moment. And you might say, Josh, why is that? And let me tell you, I'm glad you asked. It's because people are concerned with what happened in their past. They have shame, they have guilt, they have blame, and they have excuses. And in the future, they're trying to run away and escape the past, so they run to the future, and they never in the present moment. The reason why I know this is because that was me. I used to run from my past and I used to run to the future, but I was never in the moment. It was so uncomfortable. Sometimes it was overwhelming, unbearing. I never liked it. I had to sit with the pain. But I'm telling you right now, my friend, being in the present moment and feeling that pain is the only way you can heal it. And I had a struggle with that. I had a time in my life where it was so painful and so unbearing for me is to sit in that pain. I was on the couch in a fetal position. I had no electricity. I had no money. I just filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy. I was out of there, broke, no money, no nothing. But I made a decision that changed my life. I got patient with life, and I got present, and I started to love myself, and I started to like myself, and I kept those hands back. Then I started knocking life right at the park. Only because I made a decision. And when you make a decision that your life matters, when you make a decision that you're going to love yourself deeply and completely, when you make a decision that you're going to like all of you, your flaws, your shortcomings, everything about you, And you cut the blame out. You cut the victim mentality out. You cut the excuses out. And you take full responsibility of your life. You take full accountability of your life and everything that you've done, the choices you made. I remember James Baldwin says, not everything faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it's faced. It's time for you to face those challenges. It's time for you to face that pain. It's time for you to face the shortcomings. It's time for you to stop making excuses. Stop blaming your circumstances. Stop being a victim. Oh, my mama wasn't there. Oh, my daddy wasn't there. Stop making those excuses. Stop blaming. You're no longer a victim anymore. You're a victor or Victoria. And it's time for you to act like it. It's time for you to step into your power. It's time for you to step into your uniqueness. You have been given a gift, and that's life. And what you do with that gift is completely up to you. See, I had to choose life. I had to choose my life. Not what my mom wanted for me, but I had to choose what I wanted for me. And sometimes we try to do things that other people want us to do. Maybe it's our parents. Maybe it's our guardian. Maybe it's our friends. Maybe it's social media. Maybe it's what the world is showing us. And we think that we want to do that because it looks cool, because a lot of people are following them. A lot of people are following that trend, and it looks cool, but it's not sustainable to us because it's not anything that we love to do. It's not our passion. It's someone else's passion. It's someone else's love. So I'm challenging you right now to tap into your power, to tap into what you love to do, to tap into what you enjoy doing, and do that. And that's when life becomes beautiful for you. But as long as you're blaming your circumstances, you're making excuses, and you're victimizing yourself, it's going to continue to be a challenge for you. The reason why I know this is because I tried to do it by myself. I blamed my circumstances. I made excuses because I was in special ed from 2nd grade through the 12th grade. I was a victim until I had enough. On that couch in that fetal position with no electricity. The first thing I did was change my environment. I started moving the living room around, the chairs, the couches, the stand that the TV was on because I couldn't turn it on because I had no electricity. I started moving the kitchen table, the chairs. I started moving it around, so I changed my environment. That's the first thing I did, was change my environment. I had an addiction problem. I was addicted to gambling. I changed my routes to the house. I changed everything that I was doing. I changed my environment. And since I changed my environment, I started to change me because I was taking different routes through my house. I was taking freezing cold showers, not knowing that the respiratory system was getting better, not knowing that the neurons in my brain were getting better, not knowing when I was taking those deep, long breaths, the water was getting warmer, and I was healing. I didn't know it at the time. When you're present in the moment, you'll discover the power that you have inside. And you will no longer look outside of you for the answers. And this is what we all do. We all look outside of us for the answers when the answer is inside. I heard a story from my mentor, Wayne Dyer. He talks about the lights went off because it was thundering and lightning, and the lights went off. No more electricity on in the house because of the storms that were going on. And he dropped his keys. And he was crawling around trying to find his keys all over. He couldn't find them. And all of a sudden, he looked up. And outside, he can see the street lights were on. And he immediately went outside to look for his keys. And as he was looking for his keys, he was searching for his keys under the street light. His neighbor was like, "Wayne, what are you doing?" He said, "I'm looking for my keys." His neighbor comes over and helps. As they're looking for the keys, they're searching for the keys. They can't find the keys. His neighbor's like, "Wayne, where did you lose the keys at?" He said, "Well, I lost them in the house." He said, "Now why are we outside looking for your keys if you lost them in the house?" You see, the story is, the moral is we look outside for the answer when the answer is inside, because the keys were lost inside. So I'm challenging you to stop looking outside. Come back home to yourself and go within. Shut down all senses. Close your eyes. If it's safe, if you're not driving or operating a big, huge machinery, when it's safe, close your eyes and go within. And that's the power that you have. That's what I've done in my life. When things get a little hectic, when life is throwing curveballs, I just get still. I created this code. It's called the QQR code. It means quiet your mind. Quit everything you're doing and relax. Or you can reverse it and quit everything you're doing first. And then quiet your mind and then relax. And it's so amazing and it works like no other. And that's a gift that I wanted to give you today, is the QQR code. Quit everything you're doing. Quiet your mind, relax. Or if you're a little advanced, you can quiet your mind first. Quit everything you're doing and relax. Completely up to you. But that's what I wanted to give you today, is that special gift. To be present in the moment. To have patience with yourself. And love you fully and deeply and completely. That's what I want for you. Now, are you up for this challenge? To take your life back from the jaws of defeat. Only you can do it. It's time for you to start looking in the moment and go within so you can discover the answers. You don't find them because they're already there. You discover them because you lost touch with them. That's what I wanted to give you. And then we'd be like, shucks, and let's go.